I clearly said I refuse to mark the beast. And you should all refuse to mark the beast. The 666 attacked me. You know, I'm not the enemy of the cross. And God knows. The truth knows. The truth, the way, the life. I promise you that. Hey, watch this. People make mock and scoff of God. You see? And God is not mocked. So, like I said, I don't let my right hand be seen. And I don't say, look at me. But I'm telling you now, if I'm lying, I could drop right now. No, hey. I You see, when people, they do it, watch this. They did it, they fell instantly. See, I've been loving God with all my heart, my body, and soul. And love thy neighbor as yourself. You know, love them, ones that love you. Where are you at? Anyone? Anyone? How many years? See, watch this. You want to know something? I walk, right? I walk to you more than you do me. Yeah. 2, if I drove, I guarantee you, I'd be the same thing. Because you got cars, right? 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 But we've been together, right? We're family. We're friends, supposedly. What credit does it do to the other ones like you? Because they obviously love you, but see how many people are there. You know what I'm saying? Hey, yeah, you could have to look at all that on and off social media. Check what I'm saying. With truth indeed. You see, even so, it'll be the same thing. Yes, people come to help me out with wheels and they pick me up, but you see, I guarantee you, I'll go there. See, walking, but do you walk to me? But then again, as it is, knowing you have wheels, how many people come to see me though, right? But if I had the wheels, I had transportation, I was able to drive, right? I guarantee you, I'll still make it more to you than you do me. Look how many years, consistency. Yeah. And when it talks about hating, I love the ones that hated me. And my enemies, do you remember? Because even y'all, I even said, you know what, you're at 100%, but you will use you as a footstool, you remember? And I've been provoking with love. Did you do the challenge or do you do Tide Pod challenge? Honesty pleases. Like I said, where's everybody? I don't want to hold anybody hostage. I don't kidnap. I don't have sex with anybody. Where? You see, every time I've been on camera or off camera, see why I'm not holding anybody. I'm not having sex with nobody. Like, seriously. And like I said, God knows. And God sees. And I haven't been. See, my dreams, even my dreams, like I said. Where are they now, though? Where's these people now, though? But they were in my dreams for what? These individuals, and I'm, you know what I'm saying? Why, or any other, why though? I wanted this particular, these names, I'm being serious. It's okay. I look. It's like, I don't watch porn. Check the history. Do I show you all the time the history? I thought I did. You can't be honest with yourselves? You know what? Look in the eyes of people you love. You know what I mean? All the people you love. You got right now. Hey, whatever I am, hey, like I said, God, here I am, ready full extent right here, right now. And by the way, I told people, I didn't quit. I didn't quit God. I didn't quit Satan. I didn't quit the Antichrist. I didn't quit Jezebels. I didn't quit people. I made a promise to God. To Jesus. Christ of Nazareth. I'm still here. I didn't overdose. I ain't slicing my wrist. I ain't put a gun in my head. Or anybody else's either. I let everybody have their way. And everybody, look at that. Look at outside. Even then, you're driving safe. Look at all of that. You drive home with me. I'm not the terrorist. I didn't even. Blow up buildings. Oh, it stands, right? Hey, y'all have that. Oh, okay. Well, you said oh, wait. You guys said I'm that. Oh, wait. It was stands, right? I'm the same. Truth. Indeed. I don't say shift. I don't do witchcraft. What around here do you see? See, I know it's a little messed up right now, but look all the place. Any Ouija boards, any dolls, anything like that. You see, and then you talk about even the football players and the lady doing dolls, and anybody else that did that before in the past, or whatever kids became that went to Jesus, get close to Jesus. And so, when do you see me do that? Yeah. When do you see anything like that? Looks like you need to understand. Like, come on. Hey. And where's everybody at? Right? So you like to get mad. Get mad. Well, like I said, I'm not watching porn. By the way, you want to see what hey, look, okay, I know you live, see, I don't know, you live there, so, wow, okay, well, messed up, right, okay, wow, okay, look, who's around here with me, right, but by the way, I thank God, you know, I thank God every day, I thank God I live by streaming, and, And by the way, I think I've been humble. By the way, with the government, yes I did. Most of y'all be like, at this and go this and all that many years and it said this other that, yeah. But you are like, but hey, I know they did me wrong too. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not, you know, these people, but I don't shape shift. I don't do, you know, none of this stuff. You know, and I'm not too political, like I said. We hear about this, but where are certain people, you know? So, you know what I'm talking about? But I don't know, but you know, let's see. Out of a God's law. Like I said, and I don't idolize people. I don't. But, you know, hey, I've had out about, you know, I had out about experiences, and I told you this. Got flipped. Look, for real, I'm going to tell you this. Honestly, please, the Most High. I got flipped. Felt the flips inside. I even felt, you know, in my butthole and around my gonads. I've been here. It happened. It did. This stuff is real. You know, spiritual warfare is real. You know, and I just, like, I mean, when I was jogging, like, my legs, it felt like my bones were, like, you know, on bones. Like, I was getting attacked. But I mean, I could do this down, like, jogging. It probably won't feel like that. A jogging place, I don't know, I'll tell you. But it wasn't like that a few weeks ago or weeks ago. It just, like, things happen. And this stuff is real. And I'm not being false whatsoever. There are times where, you know, I got attacked in spiritual when that, like, I mean, that, like, someone took an eye, like, and then went in, and then, you know, like, spiritual attacks and stuff for real. This stuff really happened. I didn't just probably discuss with you on it, did I? Or did I not? But I'm going to remind you. And it was like and I was in the bathroom one time, and you could just, and it was a spirit, and it went in, and, took a knife, like, not, but you didn't see the knife floating in the air or anything, but you hear them going, and then it goes up, and then like, you could feel it dance, like, seriously. Went inside when I was going to the bathroom, it went in me, and then it was, and it was like doing ballet and stuff. And it and then you had this big behind, like, snake thing will come in there when I was in, and I had a bed, and and it went like the big mouth, and I went, pew, I slapped it. Love, I've been, hey, this is not the only place I've been attacked, but I'd be praying for people's protection. Because this stuff, like, has happened before to me, like, not that stuff, but like, this is more different, but it's like stuff like that. I had seen spiritual word people, but different times. But then before here, it wasn't even like that though. It was never. It was like, it just, there was things that happened, when I was, hey. But hey, I'm not the one coming at people and others. I say to myself. But I'm allowed to speak. Hey, and honestly pleases. It's spiritual warfare. You go to church, you see them, rebuking. It's more than a four-wall building. Like you always heard, there's more sinners in the church than outside. But either way it goes, I never did hide from the church building. I'm not here faking about this stuff at all. It's a personal relationship with God. Spiritual warfare is real. When I was jogging there, when they're doing the suicidal dives and stuff like that, up there, all in and out, you know what I'm saying? But, that happens. And that's when my legs were, like, feel like they were curving, and, I was trying to, do all that. Yeah, but when I go and walk a grocery cart back, because I walk with stuff, it wasn't doing all that. But when I come back to my place, I was walking there, but I came back and I went to sleep. My legs was twisted. My leg was twisted, and then my back was hurting. But talking about eating fresh and support the local, I think I've been helping a lot more you all than you know. Like, it's funny, when I went to Walgreens one time, when I was talking about, the 23 pills unconditional, because Jesus saved my life. Understand, it's like, I went to just to go to the bathroom and get and then get something because I wanted to get a drink. Oh, how can I help you? Right then and there. They didn't let me what? You didn't let me go out. You don't do it to other customers? What about privacy? You wouldn't let me go, out of the bathroom. I've been building a relationship with God. And I want to tell you something too. Even when I was in way back there, I went to bars and they said they saw Jesus in me. And I had a gray sweater on too, and I said things would be what? Yeah, in a gray sweater. And then on top of that, you know, when I was at shows, went to clubs, talking about God, talk about Jesus. And guess what? We talk about God. And it's 2, 3, 8. And then when you want to, oh, they have Walgreens, by the way, saying Walgreens, guess what? Want to run me over again, right? That's what you try to do, right? And then you talk about grocery carts. And guess what? Again, my own, I got to get groceries, right? And they, look, by the way, I'm not racist because I dapped them up. And the majority of people that get in wrecks, guess what? They want, they want update cars, this and that. I didn't have the airbag. The same Walgreens that I just returned, hey, that's the same one. I risked my life around that Walgreens too. Again, hey, they're trying to help out and get to pick up, a dumpster. But like I said, even in the middle of that, when I was talking about the grocery carts that broke, there was a semi truck that said Jesus on it. It was a red and I think a white body. But like I said, I pick up people that get tricked over. And I pick them up and dust them off. And I know this, I don't solicit. I don't stop you from getting jobs. You hacking my Gmails. I try to get jobs. I don't try to mess with anybody. But give me a hug. But I don't have sex with anyone, do I? Do I rape you? Oh, I rape you, I touch you and have sex, right? We have sex with all me? I have sex? Oh, I do with you. Oh, yeah? Every time, right? Oh, I have a whorehouse. I step on necks too. I throw bricks at walls too. I hang people up too, right? 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 Yeah. You think so? Understand. You think all kinds of things. Everybody does, right? It's always blame on me, right? Well, I'm glad, but honesty pleases. right? There and and sarcasm. There's some sarcasm and stuff. But you see, I mean, I don't, and and it's funny, I do all this stuff, but it's right in front of you, cameras and all, and God sees everything. So I mean, yeah. And I'm all around you all 24/7, underneath your noses. And I'm so glad you come and barge in and rape me. Because you said I'm lazy. And there's people that call me lazy. And so I must be the bottom though, right? My hands, and I'm in front of your ding dong ditching. Right? In front of your ding dongs and ring bells and cameras and all. It goes for anybody. But I'm not hiding from anybody. You can't. I can't. I can't hide myself. And let you understand. I'm not trying to devour people. But hey, I don't live in darkness. But hey, who's prowling? Who's growling? You ready? Inside and outside. I love you all. I love how people see. And people, and all these people, and these crazy things that go on. Hey, you know what? It's only temporarily, baby. It's only temporarily, y'all. Ain't nobody holier than thou. And I'm wide in the open. Yep, and I poop and I poop around there, around everywhere I go, and pee. Yeah, all that. I whip it out with my penis out everywhere. I mean, I do all that. Yeah, for real. A way to swipe my feet in dustpan, right? And way to make some dumpsters and stuff like that too, all around. And the pool too. We have sex, goose sex, right? You know, goose sex, right? There's sex around the pool, right? Twist my shirt and go butt naked, right? Absolutely, right? I do a little bit of this and a little bit of that, right? That's crazy. Yeah, you know what? But no, I'm over here to show you something. I'm creating excitement. Because why it's creating excitement? Because there's always going to be somebody going to say something about something, so we might as well go ahead and say the good, the bad, all that, pretty elegant, hey, looking right in front of everybody. But I want to say it's either or. It's either one or the other. Someone's saying. So, whatever's, someone, we're, hey, I'm just, I'm having a blast here. You know why? Because, you know what I mean? You get what I'm talking about? And it's one or the other. There's always going to be, you always say, in life, there's always going to be a bad guy in someone's story, but, but obviously, and I've been telling you, there's one truth. Truth, the way to life. You know what I'm saying? And we all gonna meet feed the Lord. And God could shut down every satellite, every car moving. He could shut down anything he wants. And I know what it's like to have, and I mean, you know my number, you know my location, and God knows where I'm at. The one with the biggest sledgehammer. And I say, every day, truth, here I am. If I say that I did something, whatever case may be, and I'm also been thankful too. And I praise the Lord, and I tell everyone, praise the Lord. Everything that has breath, praise the Lord. And yes, I had dreams that, and why, I don't know why this, specific thing happened, but why, even I don't watch porn. And especially certain people, though. Out of a lot of people, I'm just saying, there's certain people, and I'm not making this up. Why certain people? Why these certain individuals? All people, right? You know what I mean? I'm telling everybody. So I can't be making, you feel what I'm saying? It's about being honest. And it's like, I have to, hey, I'm not, hey, I'm not, eating. But, I'm not coming at y'all because I'm right here. And, it's like, I'm not home wrecking you. As a matter of fact, the people that I've been around with and people I've been with to even when I lived, majority of the times I'm usually the one that when I was with somebody, I offered them pizza. And people have more money than I do. And I've fed people and helped people, of course, and people help me. And I'm the same in general. Usually, like as in when I offer them pizza or something like that. But when it comes to like living or or help, but and as well, or help out with something or drop something that like on the road or even water, like Coors. But around the where, and when I'm walking down the street, there's diapers and stuff. Well, I don't. I don't have diapers. I've helped pick up some things and some things like that, but but hey, that's for why don't they do have Think Clean and Green or whatever you call it? Why don't they pick it up, right? But see, but what I do is I did something. I I did say this. I do it and do it for, God and my mom, and as well by doing it is doing it for others too, like, at the same time. But what I'm saying is, people endorse people. Like if they see you often, they do, feeding homeless pizza. I've done it before and stuff like that and everything else, you know. But you don't see, I mean, I did it, I mean, many times. But, I don't get people help me with those trash bags or golf cart to do it. And that's what, hey, I've been praying for stuff, and I've been doing, and I have. And I pray for people to renew their minds. And, they have, praying for people a lot, everybody, the addictions be taken away. And I'm not an alcoholic. I'm not a drunkard. But it's okay to drink, but don't get silly with it. I drink time to drink, but it doesn't make me an alcoholic. I don't smoke, I don't vape. Look at all the videos I've been around, people. And then there's been times where, you know what, I'll tell you what, when I was at Thanksgiving or, or was it Thanksgiving? I think it was probably Thanksgiving. But, and then, I'd seen both my eyes, you see, I think it was Christmas though. I'm not, it's like, I think it's Christmas. I think it was Christmas. I forgot. But either way, I was going through the endemic thing, but I saw like that between my eyes. I forgot what it was. I mean, because some people put Christmas stuff early or whatever, and it's just I don't remember, but that was going on, and God knows that was and then Christmas time, and it was something else happened, and a whole bunch of different things happened. There's a whole lot of things, I was in the truck, riding, things happened I didn't even expect. Not gonna repeat it though, and that's okay because it wasn't me. But I'm still here. And honesty pleases. And it's in the word. And by the way, about talking about putting away lying and telling the truth and being honest with neighbors. That's what I'm doing. And I have not messed with anybody. I don't mess with anybody. I stay to myself. Majority of the time. But if I do go to people, yes, I say, how are you doing? How can I help? Or can you get in this? But am I doing really, But I help along, help trash bags, help them swim. I help with trash bags. It was a older lady that I helped out with, and I dap people up. And I go to help, and I said, with anything you need and everything else, yeah, I'll give people stuff. And with water and But I get antagonized and everything else. And then, yeah, and people hack my Gmails and my phones or the phones I use. I mean, I don't know what I use. Sorry. But that happened many times when I have phones, different phones. People were always doing that. That was over even there. It was like they hacked in my stuff. But even now, they still, it happens. And I gotta change passwords and stuff like that. And nobody should be changing the passwords. And when it goes to Gmails, they do. Because, and I don't have to, because when I keep them saved, right? But evidently it changes. And it's like, people, like I seen where they use mine and then they, have somebody else live at a different address that I used to be there. And that's where that address was. That's when I had even dreams about snakes all over me. And by the way, I helped out with a dog too. And, I didn't have money, right? But I helped them around clean up, but no one was there. I'm just a throwaway. Just be honest. Like I said, it's 2025 here. But like I said, even all the apartments, ain't nobody there. But to help people around and pay for people's safety too, and pay for others. Like I said, I'm just saying, spiritual warfare is real. Different things. I'm serious. But I'm not coming at people, and that this change has been made, maturity and growth and everything else too. And all of that too. I'm not. Yeah, I didn't think. I've shared that thing, and you've seen every video along the way. That's about when I showed going to look for jobs. And stuff like that. And like I said, it's 2025, and I'm telling you, these things that happen, it's like it didn't happen in certain places, but then it's, like the more you go, it gets, wow. And I'm telling you now, people always want to, Hey, but people say, like, out of here, people, a lot of people want me to go to hell. You say I'm going, but, let's see. Honesty pleases. How am I going to hell? No man should be alone. And God doesn't abandon. And as grown up in the Word, God is the Father of the fatherless. While a lot of people are looking on me or what? But like I said, regardless, you can't be mad at me for the stuff that you all do. When you do stuff, when you plant stuff, and see, I'm not, like, for instance, like I said, I don't watch porn. I don't think about, I don't think about sex like that. I mean, I might make raps about sex, but I tell you to do it right. That's telling you to do it right. I'm trying to even show you many ways to put a ring around it. And talk about different things more than just sex, but it's like, you know what I'm saying? But I'm talking about life. And then I'm talking about, heck, even if not sex, I'm talking about board games. Even life, but there's something wrong with sex. You got to do it right. Birds and the bees, so, you have kids, so there ain't nothing wrong with sex, right? But even getting life, you have kids. You get careers. I didn't stop you from careers. You want to tell how many times you stopped me with a career? Or tell me to stop me from getting to work? And every time I get stuck, yeah. If you really want to think about it, hey, as many times that I've, been this and this and that and third, hey, you want to talk about college fun? Don't you have college fun? You had your college fun and all of that stuff. And look what you all do around and this and this and that. You have problems to work on too. And I don't see anybody around. I'm not killing nobody, holding anybody hostage. I ain't doing nothing like that. I ain't blowing up schools. I don't board children. I don't have sex with anybody. I don't shoot up anybody. I'm not. I'm not doing none of that. I stay to myself majority of the time. And I seen a lot of notifications and stuff like that, or you get this and that. You see what they're doing. And two, it's like you see right for your very eyes. But you see, I've been doing me. And then y'all do y'all. But look at this. Sometimes you see this stuff, whatever got going on. But every time I try to do something to get something done, I do my part. But some of y'all want to come back now and say, oh, how are you doing? And this and that. But you don't want to do your part. When even that. And it's something to stop you. Why would I want to work again a 9 to 5 if you can't pay me? You haven't paid me yet. Or even then the taxes that I got, right? My taxes went in everybody's mouth, right? Your kid's mouth. Everybody's mouth. That's where taxes go, right? But I didn't get to see my refund. You understand? So you go to work, right? Imagine you go to work, right? You don't get a paycheck. You'll get mad, right? You'll flip the handle, right? You don't just go to work and then what? So guess what? You feel what I'm saying? And God sees everything. God sees everything. And he knows that, hey, he knows, he sees, without the camera and phone. You know that, right? Because even before iPhone came out, or Samsung Galaxies, or Motorola's, all of that. Like now, with, whether you have cameras and you all want to look at cameras and all of that, and ring bells, you see the actions, right? When I'm around, where are you all at? So, what am I doing? Right? It's either or, right? But honestly, you see what it is, right? A lot of people want to talk. People will say this, and I'm just telling you it is what it is, and I'm telling you now. I'm not attacking you. I'm not, you know what I'm saying? I'm getting attacked. You see for yourself. We went to the pool together. Let's talk about this. You want to talk about this? Watch this. How many times we went to the pool together, everybody? How many times you visited here? How many people visited? Right? And who lives here? Right? Watch that. I know God's in me. I know truth's in me. Honesty pleases.